Does someone mind sending me the link to this screen the second it is live?
G'day guys, how are we going? It is Shaun Keenan here. We have a great event tonight. We're going to launch our Kickstarter for XCT Infinity. I have some awesome superstars in the wings that are going to come on in a sec. But first up, what we're going to do is we're going to watch the Kickstarter video because I'm super excited about this video. The guys from Lightmare Studios have been fantastic in designing this up. So let's jump straight in, watch the Kickstarter video, and we'll be back in just a second.
Join Spartacus in his most epic adventure yet. Traveling through an interdimensional portal, the paragon of the Extreme Champion Tournament collides with the Infinity multiverse in a limited series where you get to vote and influence the story.
G'day guys, Shaun Keenan here, creator of the Extreme Champion Tournament. We are here on Kickstarter again to fund XCT Infinity, the industry's first ever Australian crossover between acclaimed comic series XCT and video game multiverse Infinity Wars.
Hi, I'm Elphie, founder and creative director of Lightmare Studios. The Infinity Multiverse is one with a rich history, experienced in video game form through Infinity Wars and Infinity Heroes by almost 1 million players over the last 8 years, and has some truly amazing and unique characters and factions. Death Witch cults, Zen monks, bloodthirsty knights on motorcycles, cyborg zombies, even genocidal tech angels. It's a place where truly anything could happen. When the idea of Spartacus being pulled from his universe into a wormhole and thrown into these new worlds became plausible, as either an actuality or perhaps just a really wild dream of his after a drunken night, we knew it was something we just needed to create.
So what can you get as rewards? Well, this is a crossover with a video game company. So we have everything from your standard digital and physical versions of the comic to the video game Infinity Heroes, the Hero Unlock deck packs. To top it all off, we've even got a Become Your Hero or villain in the comic and game itself. I know, cool, right? So what are you waiting for? Back now. Thanks for taking the time to check out this video and our amazing new series, XCT Infinity. Now, we hope that if you pledge and your support, that's greatly appreciated. But if you can share this around on social media, tell your friends, scream it from the rooftop, that will go a long way in us reaching our goal. Till next time, this is Shaun Keenan. Boom! G'day guys, how are we going? What a way to start it off. That is absolutely amazing. So if people don't know, we've got Lightmare Studios here with us. I'm going to point the wrong way. Here we go. Jason and Elphie. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us for the launch. Super excited to get in and show off not only the Kickstarter page, but XCT and Spartacus within Infinity Heroes itself for the first time. No one else will have seen this before today other than people working on the game. So super excited to get into this. So how is everyone's night so far?
Doing great. Yeah, very excited to be here, and such a big moment we've been building towards for so long now. So it's been great, and especially over the past couple of weeks, all the effort we've been putting in specifically to the XCT side of things has been, yeah, it's all coming to fruition, and just so glad to be here with you guys. So excited about the comic. Yeah.
And Jason, if you don't know, Jason was the one that did the video. So, Jason, I have to say I've done quite a few Kickstarters, but I've never ever had a video as professional as that. So, thank you very much, mate. I'm very happy happy with that. And it's super exciting that we've also got some extra things that Jason's doing in the works. So if you back the Kickstarter, our first update is going to be something very, very cool, which is going to be a deep dive into both the laws of XCT and Infinity Heroes. So thank you very much, mate, for all your great work on that video. So
You're absolutely welcome. It's been my absolute pleasure. I'm actually really proud of how the videos turned out. Now, I think the thing that I'm most proud of was just the intro little clip where it has the XCT logo like bam onto the screen. When you sent me the original file, it was just like the animation of that completely dead silent. I had a lot of fun with the sound design of that, and it feels impactful now. And I'm actually really happy with that, as well as the entirety of the rest of the video that feels very well fleshed out and with a lot of good information in at the right places. That's also because of you two fantastic people for doing the filming stuff. So, team effort. We did it. Yay.
That's it. So, hello to everyone that's
clicky and stuff, Elf? I'm hearing something weird. That could just be me, though.
I think it's something with your mic, mate. It is a little clicky, I think. Or at least I can hear you clicking a little bit. Shaun seems clear. So
with me.
At least I think so, yeah.
I'm not sure. Yep. Yeah, it's gone now. Yeah.
Okay. So if it keeps going when he doesn't, cool. Okay.
We'll just keep muting him. He'll only have to.
I'll just mute myself whenever I've got nothing to say and just sit here and be handsome. Easy.
Okay. Awesome. You're doing great at that.
Right. So I just want to say hello to everyone that is watching. I do notice that before we'd even gone live, that we'd had 2 pledges. So shout out to Shane, who has made a comment. Woohoo! I am backer number 1. Dances around the room. Thank you very much, Shane. We super appreciate that. If you haven't checked already, no matter where you're watching, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or on either the Comics to Movies or XCT page, the link of the Kickstarter is in the comments. Otherwise, we will chuck it up again in the comments later for everyone that's tuning in a little bit later or later in the broadcast. So hello to Chase, who is one of my nephew's friends, who's a fan of the series. So g'day, mate. How you going? Sazzy Gal, how you going? My sister joins us for the very first time. So hi, Simone. Thank you very much. So yes, we will get straight into things. I think we'll start off with the Kickstarter, and then we'll do the reveal for the game a little bit after that. So let's shift over to the Kickstarter here. So this is the first time I've used a couple of videos in the Kickstarter, and that is because you guys have been fantastic in producing different videos and that type of stuff. So on the Kickstarter page, we've got a little bit of the cover reveal. If you haven't seen that was just the video we produced when we first revealed the cover. But just goes down through the story. It's going to be a 4 to 5 issue limited edition series. So each issue is 24 pages full color. If you don't know the story about XCT, or you haven't played the game Infinity Wars, there's just a little bit of a snippet on both the series and then where this actual comic will kick off. So the Kickstarter shows the cover A, which is that one there. Then we've got 5 internal pages, which Alex Malashev has done a phenomenal job at these pages. Elphie, what did you think when you first saw these when I sent them through to you?
Absolute stunning. Yeah, like the real AAA quality, man. Like I'm just blown away by how great a job they did. Yeah. Look at that. That's amazing.
Yeah. And Wilson is a guy that I use to do colors on most of my XCT books, but I was really surprised that the different things he actually tried with this with this coloring, and like this page alone, when he did this like warpy type of coloring and everything, I really liked that, and I really appreciate him kind of going that extra step in regards to coloring this. So as Jason said, it is a real team effort, and everyone's done a fantastic job to produce a really high quality book. So here we go. Here's the
book's
first
so beautiful too. It's so good.
Yeah, the wings coming outside of the page. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always I can
panel.
still remember the first time I ever saw like one of the artists draw Spartacus, something that was in my head, and I still never get tired of like getting new pages. I always get that giddy schoolboy feel of going, here's a new page, and what's it look like? And it's not too often that I have to go back and really say, oh, can you fix this? Can you fix that? I'm such a, oh my God, look how cool, amazing it is all the time. But yeah, so they're all the pages. We've just got a bit of praise and acclaim. So XCT has been read by a lot of the Spartacus actors. So they've lent their own voices to what they say about the series. So that's a really good thing for us to be able to market and show you guys that we're not just the ones that are saying that it's good, that other people have read it and they believe that it's a great story as well. So now we haven't showcased this cover yet. Elphie, do you want to take over and say where this one came from?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is actually a full page of basically one of the arts from Infinity Wars, and that is a cyborg zombie dragon. So you can see that the actual dragon is made up of all these little zombies that have sort of come together and become this dragon. So the whole premise of it is that there's this group of people called the Sleepers of Avarak, which are these people who are just kind of like us, really obsessed with tech and looking at their phones all day, and then deciding to, take it to the next level and start to incorporate technology to their bodies, which is happening now with Neuralink. You can see it's actually happening right now. So it's kind of like a really dark dystopian version of the future where they just kept upgrading themselves, and nanotechnology became so powerful that they made this technology that you could use to create any kind of attachment. And so they would just turn into these different devices and stuff. And what happened is that there was a rogue virus that took over the nanobots and basically became like a gray goo kind of thing. If people know sci-fi tropes like the gray goo, and this virus became sentient and started taking over the beings that it was hosting. So it was in the host of those beings that were on that planet. So basically, what happened from there, the virus just started spreading across the planet and took over the planet within a few days, if I remember correctly, Jason, the lore master. It only took a few days for that whole planet to be wiped, and then they went to sleep. So they just shut down into power saving mode, and then one of these portals opened up, and then they started flooding through the portal. So that gives you a bit of a hint as to perhaps what could be happening in XCT around these sleepers that have been thought in the Infinity Wars timeline that the sleepers were all basically almost wiped out. So a bit of an interesting twist there. So
you had me at cyborg zombie dragon.
Right.
Seriously, like I don't think you need to say much more than that. I saw this image and I was like, oh damn, man, that's so cool. We have to get that on a cover. So so that's cover
Definitely.
B. So with our rewards, you can pick either cover A or cover B. So we'll go through the rewards shortly, but you can choose which one you want, which is kind of cool. The other thing that's really interesting, and the one thing I really want to focus on to try and get across to people that are if they're thinking about backing this Kickstarter and what makes us different, and other than just being a crossover, it's this part here, is that in between each of our issues, we're going to set up a voting or a fan interaction ability for the people that read the story to change the direction in between each issue. So they will have a choice between 2 or 3 options. They'll be able to vote on those options, and that will direct where the players go, what maybe happens to someone, or if someone lives and dies. So this is one thing, and we spoke about this before, Elphie, that really excited me. I'll throw back to that Marvel versus DC day that, I know America got to call up and do their votes and all that type of thing, but I was always wanted to have that chance to put my input or my 2 cents into a story. So this is the one thing that really excites me about this project.
Yeah, definitely. I was big on the idea of choose your own adventure books when I was big into choose your own adventure books growing up, and a lot of the fantasy flight novels where you could like roll dice and you're reading a book and you're going through this adventure. And yeah, so that's definitely a massive inspiration for me. And of course, the amalgam comics you were just talking about before, the idea that, and we've got the capacity to actually, make these votes nice and easy to manage. We can do it through Discord servers, and there's different voting websites we can do to make the process a lot easier than hopping on a phone and calling up,
Yeah.
right? So, it's definitely the time to do it. And I'm surprised no one else in Australia has ever done this before. It's really surprising that no other comic has done it before. So, yeah, really exciting stuff.
But we always like to be the first, no matter
That's
what
right.
happens, we always like to be the first. So we do need to hit our target.
That's
and
right.
I'll go into that in a sec as well. But we want to be the first that does this and pave the way for other people to follow. Like, other people will always take good ideas, and I believe this is a really good idea that, from an indie community like XCT is a independent comic book, it's self-published, to be able to team up with a company like yourselves and be able to do something like this just goes to show that really there are no limits just because you call yourself independent, type of thing. And I think that's what, hopefully a lot of people get out of this, is that just because we're independents, that it's not going to affect how far and how much you can actually create. So
that's right. I mean, speaking of first, like we're proud of the fact that Infinity Wars was the first a card game in the world that had fully, like, every single card was fully animated. Like first people to do that, and then obviously all the other major cards started doing that, set the trend. And yeah, here we are setting another trend together, man. It's great.
It's awesome. And then the second part that I'm super excited about is actually that we're going to see XCT in the actual Infinity Heroes game. So I've got to do a quick shout out to David Jackson, who is an American artist that very quickly and under a lot of pressure did all these amazing artworks for me. So thank you, David. I really, really appreciate it. But here's the Spartacus deck. So we've got Battle Cry, the Blue Tiger, Dr. Concoction. We've got Sun Rider, the Rebellion Guard. Spartacus is our hero card, the Tanawa, and a failed clone. So this is a little bit of a giveaway of what's happened in XCT Fractured World. So I'll skip over that to make sure that I don't spill the beans. But then
we can actually upgrade. We can upgrade your site there and make sure we put the see if we can get some animated GIFs going, so people can actually see the cards, what they look like in game, but animated on their screen.
Oh, that would be absolutely awesome. That'd be really cool. So then we've got just a screenshot of what it looks like in the game. So you select your hero, so we'll select Spartacus there, and then you've got all the deck cards and all the different what they are and everything in there as well, which is really cool. And then just a quick rundown of the creative team that worked on the comic. So myself, I'm the creator editor. We've got Alex Malashev, who's a Russian artist and has been working on the XCT series for the last 2 graphic novels. Same with Ben Rosenthal, who's the writer of the series, and Wilson Go is the colorist. And then now we can get into the the nitty gritty of Kickstarters. So the first thing is we are looking to raise $6,000, and oh my god, I can't believe I just scrolled up. Thank you to the 10 backers already, and we've already reached $1,000. So.
Amazing.
Oh my god! Thank you everyone
Thank you
that's
guys.
back so
Well
far.
done.
But
Awesome.
wow.
Thank you.
Wow,
Yeah.
20 minutes. That's
amazing. That's got to be a record, right?
I'm left a little bit speechless, to be honest. I was not expecting to scroll up and see that. So thank you very much to everyone that's backed and backed early. If you don't know Kickstarter, it is a pledge system. So you pledge a certain amount of money. As long as we reach our target, which is $6,000, that money doesn't come out until after we've completed the campaign. So the campaign will run for 30 days until the 18th of October. But the more pledges that we have early is the more the algorithms and how Kickstarter works, the higher in our rankings and people being able to see our Kickstarter works type of thing. So what we've got, the rewards start as little as $5 for the PDF. So that's just a PDF copy of just the comic itself. Then at $9, we've been really lucky to have a bunch of different creators provide their comics to us to add into the XCT bundle. So we've got 3 comics at the moment, but we've got another 4 or 5 in the works to add to this pack. So if you do just get the $5 one, that is it. You only get that, and that is all. But if you do get the $9 pack and we hit our target and more, you will not only get these 3 comics and the XCT Infinity, you'll also get extra ones that will add to this for the next 4 weeks. So we're hoping to add 1 to 2 books every single week. So for $9, it is a great jumping on point there. Now, for all the physical lovers, we've got the $15 reward, which is the PDF pack that I just showed you, and you can choose one of the 2 covers. But if you can't decide, for $25 you get the PDF pack of all the different comics as well as both covers, which is kind of cool. So for all of our collectors out there, that
I'm struggling to choose between them, mate. They're both so great. I love those covers.
I was the exact same, because we've had the original one for quite some time, but as soon as I've seen this one now, I'm like, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to have one of both. I can't decide. Now, from $30 up, which we think is an incredible deal, not only do you get the PDF reward pack, but you also get the Infinity Heroes game, which is at beta, closed beta. Is that how you say it, Elphie? Is that correct? Yep.
Yes, closed beta.
There we go.
Yep, beta. You say beta, I say beta.
Oh, beta. Yep. Sorry, beta. I knew I was going to get it wrong. And then on top of that, you also get the Spartacus hero unlock, as well as the rest of his cards, his deck as well. From there, the prices go up to $40, which is the physical copy. So you get the physical copy of the comic, the PDF reward pack. You get to choose either cover A, cover B, and everything else that was in the $30 pack. The $50 pack, I think, is really cool for anyone that has not read XCT before, especially if you are international or whatever. It is the PDF pack, and then the whole back catalogue of XCT. So that includes 5 single issues and 3 graphic novels. So it's over about 360 pages of XCT, another 24 pages of XCT Infinity, and then another 100 or more pages of the PDF pack. And then on top of that, you get the Infinity Heroes game, the Spartacus unlock, and the hero tokens. So everything from there is really cool as well. We've got the early bird offer for the physical extreme. So again, for those people that haven't read the series and want to catch up, we've got 15 of these for $90, which is usually $130, and that includes every single issue of XCT, as well as our 3 graphic novels, choosing cover A or B of Infinity issues, the PDF pack, the beta access, the unlock, and everything, which is amazing. So then I'm going to jump to the 4 ones that I think are really amazing. And I think this was one of your favorites, Jason, was Put Me in the Comic. So have your likeness drawn into the next issue of XCT Infinity as a background character. So we've got that at $150, as well as the Art of Infinity Wars PDF. So this is all of the artwork from the original Infinity Wars game as a PDF document. Then you get the game, the unlock, and the Heroes token as well. Then we've just got the
that's a 120 page, I believe, about 120 page full color book of not all, but a lot of the art from the original game, which is great. And yeah, just to be clear, that they don't get into that book, but yeah, they get into the comic. So
into the comic, yes, not into the Art of Infinity Wars.
That's already come out. Yeah.
Now, if you're new to Kickstarter, all of what you get is on the right hand side of the screen. So you click the reward that you are looking into, and then you're able to see exactly what you get. So we will be adding add-ons or those type of things. So there's other things that we've got in the works that you can then add on to your pledge, and you can adjust and change your pledge at any time. So for those that haven't done Kickstarter before. Now, the 175 one is just the variant covers of all of the XCT issues. So it's very similar to the 131, but just with variant covers, they got very limited amounts compared to the other issues. Now, the 2 that I think are really cool is this 450 signed rare exclusives one. So for me, we've got the XCT San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that's signed by both myself and Jerry the artist. Now, these were limited to only 200. There was only 50 that I was able to bring back to Australia, and there was only 4 that were 9.4 graded or above, and they are signature series. So if you're a true collector and you know CGC grading and comics and everything like that, it means that these graders have to watch both myself and Jerry sign the comic, and then they look at the wear and tear of the comic, and then they grade it. So we've got 2 of those available. So the other 2 have already sold in previous campaigns, but they're 9.4 CGC graded. You get all of the XCT comics as well, and then Elphie, if you want to tell them about what they get in regards to the original signed art book.
Absolutely, and just got a question that came up from nerds, which we'll address that straight after we talk about these Kickstarter perks. But as far as the Infinity Wars comic, the Art of Infinity Wars book, we have a couple of the original signed books. So the book actually came out in 2012, so it's been around for quite a few years now, and we actually have kept some of them aside, and now we're able to bring a couple of those out for this Kickstarter. So that's pretty exciting. They're they're definitely collector's items now, and they've been signed by the original Infinity Wars team. All in gold pen back in the day. We didn't get to the degree of
the last chance that these were able to actually get obtained was back in 2014. They've been effectively unobtainable for the last 6 years. Is that correct?
That's correct. We had them literally in storage. So yeah, they were not available, and now they are. So we've got those broke those back out. So that's good. Yep.
So they're like super rare, guys. So you've got these two really, really rare items, plus you get everything else that was in the 175 tier, which is all the variant covers and everything. You get access to the game, you get access to Spartacus and the unlock deck, and then also the guys here at Lightmesh Studios have been amazing at also offering 10 other hero tokens. So that can go towards unlocking other heroes within the game, which is absolutely amazing. So, and then
each of those are worth $5 each. So yeah.
So that's a great value for that. So, which is fantastic. Now the other two ones that we're super.
Sorry, I'm sorry. We have to stop for a sec. I got to announce. Do you mind if I announce this? But
yeah. Go.
The thing you're about to talk about, someone's already just taken it, mate. So if anyone wants the other one, you should get onto this now. Hit refresh,
really?
man. I'm not joking. Well, according to Darren Humphreys, this is huge, mate. Thank you. I can't contain my excitement at the moment.
Oh,
check it out. Have we got? Did someone do that? Someone has made the 950 pledge. Scroll down.
No, I don't think so. I think
it says,
unless
maybe I
mine's
got
not
excited ahead of time. Zero backers. All gone.
No, yes.
One backer. Boom.
Oh.
That's it. Someone decided to become what?
Hero.
Is it a hero?
Yes.
Or a villain?
Hero.
Be a hero. Well, we've got a hero taken already.
Well, okay. Well, there we go. So I can talk about the villain.
I was myself, but that's okay.
Whoops, not anymore, Jace.
I know you did like that, Jason, as well. So
thank you, Darren.
Wow. Yeah. So that who I'll have to find out who did that pledge, and yes. we'll do that in a sec, which will be amazing. We'll give them a shout out. Yeah,
if you're on the cast, just please announce yourself. Don't worry, you can be proud of this fact that you've taken this up because you're about to become our next hero. So
yeah, you are.
Because that's what this is about. You get to become a hero in both the game and in the comic book. So obviously not in this one because this one's already mapped out, but in a following comic book, you get to become one of the heroes and the villains. So that's a pretty exciting perk and literally the become a villain. I don't think I've seen anyone do that before. So I think that was your idea, Jason.
Yeah, that was Jason's idea.
Really good idea. I mean, that's what I'd like to probably back at. So
become a hero. We've done that before, but like, not everybody wants to be a good guy. Sometimes you want to be the bad guy. And then we're like, what if we become a villain? And everyone just was like, that's it.
Done.
That's brilliant. Yeah, I'm very excited to see where we can take that sort of opportunity.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Because I was the same when Jason actually mentioned it. I was like, that's a really cool idea. How come like we haven't thought of that before? Like everyone does the hero of course, but you know, like it's cool to be a villain. It's nice to kick some ass, don't give a shit and lay some smackdown on some people. So thank you to the person that's taking the hero one. We super appreciate that, but we've also got one villain there as well. So, and as Elphie said, the good thing about this is it's not just the comic that you'll appear in, then you'll also appear in the game as well, which is really, really cool. So, and I do like this from Nerds Amalgamated. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Which is great.
Yeah.
So, now we will throw it out to people that are watching. So we do have I can see about 20 or so people that are watching. If you do have any questions that you want to know about the series, about the video game itself, please just drop a comment in the chats. I will go back up and we'll answer a couple of questions now, and then I'll throw it over to Elphie in regards to walking you through the game and showcasing Spartacus for the very first time, which is very cool. So,
right. Well, I did mention before we would actually answer one of the questions there from Nerds Amalgamated. So if you don't mind, I'll take that one. It says, when we upload our picture onto the game, wouldn't the hit copyright? I think you mean wouldn't it then cause a copyright hit in the game? So no, it won't. So first and foremost, we spent a good amount of money on getting an IP lawyer to actually sign off on our EULA, which basically declares us as a platform. So in the case of eventually, because eventually you will be able to upload your art and your chosen art or what have you onto the web, and it's almost like choosing a profile picture on Facebook, right? So you can pick an image to put up as your profile picture on Facebook, and then obviously you will be responsible for that. If you're choosing to upload that, you might want to make sure you've got the rights to that image or picture. But certainly in this version of the Infinity Heroes that's coming out tonight, you're able to replace it locally. And so absolutely, there'll be a button that you can press to say, I actually want to send it online. But while it's local on your hard drive, it's the same as opening up, Paint, opening up an image in Paint, right? It's just a tool. So feel free to use that as you please. Put whatever image you be up there. You can take a picture of yourself in a Spider-Man outfit if you really want, and play as yourself as Spidey in the game if you really want to do that as well. So I mean, I know I've definitely gone and found some really cool art to put up and been able to.
That while wearing a Spider-Man suit, by the way, it's completely coincidental. Don't look too far into it. It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit of a fan. So, but that's the beautiful thing about the Infinity card engine, which we're about to show you in a moment, is that it is designed so that you can literally make your hero and crossover dreams come true. So, it's pretty cool that the XCT Infinity is kind of archetypical of what you can go and create in Infinity Heroes. So. Very cool. By all means, grab, put whatever image you want up there, especially in this version, because there's not even an option to share it. It's all local on your hard drive. No one's looking at what you're putting up there. Okay.
Another one for you while you're at it, Elphie.
Sure.
Hey, fellas, do you know which platform the game will be launched on?
So initially, we're doing cross-platform. Sorry, Jason, did you want to take that or something? You put your hand up? No? No? Okay, great. So it's a cross-platform game. It's designed from the ground up to be both on mobile and PC at the same time. Cross-play is the right word I should be using. Cross-play compatible. So it's not cross-platform. You can literally play on your PC and then play against somebody else who's on the other side of the world on the train on their phone. And you'll see different things, of course. We've made it for PC. When it looks like when it's on the PC screen, it doesn't look like a mobile screen. But both people can be playing the games on different platforms, and then therefore, playing the game with each other on crossplay. And so that's PC and Mac, as well as mobile and Android. Sorry, Android and iOS. So right now, it's available on PC via Steam, and then we will be coming out with the Android build in the coming months, as well as iOS, and then eventually Mac as well. So every platform we adds a lot of development time to every build we put out. So we're putting all our focus on just getting the game great as possible before we go to all the other platforms. Okay.
Something else that I can potentially mention here is that the game will be launching as a free-to-play title eventually. It is currently in a closed beta period, so you do need to pay to get into it at the moment. But if you're interested in the game and don't feel like paying immediately, you can A, get a backer kit on Kickstarter that'll get you a nice key to the game early, or B, just throw it onto your wish list. So when it does go free to play and go fully launching sometime, I think, early next year, then you'll be alerted and it's like, hey, this game that you want, it's free now. Come and play it.
Yeah, we're not going to commit to a specific time as to when it's going to go free to play, but certainly, like at some point in the coming months, or not years, it won't be years, but in the months ahead, it will go free. But a very key point to bring up is that while we are in closed beta, you get full access to every single hero in the game. So that's a key point. So these tokens you're getting, the hero unlock tokens, will become active as soon as it goes into open beta. But in the meantime, if you're getting a version of the game that a copy of the game through the Kickstarter, you will get access to all the heroes, including Spartacus, while we're in the closed beta testing period.
See, that's really cool because you know, I know myself when I got to the first opportunity to play with Spartacus and everything, like I was like, okay, I'm supposed to be working, I'll just do this for 15 minutes and then I'll get back to work. An hour later, I was like trying to find out like who to pair him with to you know, make sure that you know, his weaknesses were covered by someone else and all that type of stuff, which is really exciting. So if you've backed, please throw up a comment saying that you've backed already. Would love to give you guys a shout out. So please chuck in the comments if you guys have backed as well. So
Yeah, and any questions you guys have got as well, if you could throw them in. Yeah.
Yeah.
A
So
good question that we
Brad
just
was.
popped up. I can see it in the chat. Someone just asked, any chance of physical cards ever being a thing too, even if just for a short run for campaigns and such the like? That's a question that I'm pretty sure we can answer. If you want to take it away, Coyle.
Yeah, there is a chance. We've actually been in conversations with over the past while. We've been in conversations with some of the board game makers and card game makers, and it is possible. It's just we haven't gone to that point yet. But it's a great idea, and who knows? Like if we get a really great successful campaign here, what's to say we can't create something specifically for the next XCT Infinity campaign that we eventually do. So yeah, it's a great suggestion. Thank you. Yeah.
Another one for you. Will there be event quests?
Event quests. They seem like two different things. So I can maybe speak to both of them. So, well, one, we will be definitely having events within the game. So, like I suppose sanctioned sort of outside events. We have a summit that we're going to be having as of next month, which Jason hosts. Yeah, so that's a summit event where everyone comes together and plays the game together. And will there be quests? There are quests already in the game, so you can fulfill certain quests. We've got one coming out very soon, which is actually about the crossover and about the XCT comic. So I just don't want to give away too much at the moment because yeah, we have to know more about what's going to happen in the comic before it becomes a quest officially in the game. But then if you play with all three of the heroes that are in the game that are actually in the comic, then you get to fulfill. If you get a few wins on that, you get to fulfill that quest. So yeah, there are quests in there.
Cool.
But maybe if you can just elaborate a bit more on what you meant by event quests or events, if I haven't answered your question properly already.
I'll take this one. Sazagal asked, will we be able to order a physical copy of the other cover? If I order cover A, can I order cover B too? So at the moment, we've got both of the covers at the $25 tier. But if you want a higher tier and you want to get both covers, we will be doing add-ons. So it'll be $10 for the add-on for the second cover. So we haven't got that up on the page yet. We're just doing some artwork for that, but that will be an option. So for example, if I just go back to the page for a sec, if you decide to grab the $40 physical game, that's a PDF one. No, so the physical one, you get to choose cover A or cover B. If you pledge $50, you'll get both the covers on that one. So, and at the end, if you only do want one, we will have a survey which will ask you which cover you want. But for everyone that wants both covers, it's just an extra $10 on your normal pledge to get that added to your rewards. So
that's great. And so I've got a funny question. We're getting a lot of these comments coming through on this platform. Whereabouts are these comments coming from? Are they coming from YouTube?
These ones are mostly from YouTube. So awesome. Yeah, so.
All right, that's great. Then maybe Jason, if you can help out with some of the answering some of their points, or even speak to their stuff there as per the private chat, please. Yeah, great. Just don't want to be leaving them hanging for too long, but yeah.
No,
cool.
No, that's cool. There is that a follow up on that one. I mean, like story.
I can do that.
Okay, you'll do that one. Perfect. Thank you very much, Jason. So yeah, as we said, guys, we'll throw up the link in the chat again. If you haven't seen it yet, you are watching the live launch of XCT Infinity, which is the initial crossover and first crossover event between XCT and Nightmare Studios Infinity Wars. So we're super excited about this Kickstarter. We are going to throw it over to Elphie now, who is going to take us a run through the game and give you a look at what Spartacus will look like in the game, which I cannot wait to have.
Here we go. We're going to show it, the first live showing of it. It's exciting. And so the one reason why you shouldn't be tuning in right now, if you've just recently joined us, if you want to become a villain in the comic and in the game, because one person's already snagged up the become a hero tier already. So if you do want to do that, you might want to jump over to the Kickstarter page now. But I will be showing you a bit of Infinity Heroes. Share screen. And we're going to go to... Oh, I just got to go... Select window or screen, Infinity Heroes. Hopefully this is the one. Okay, can we all see that? Nice and big on the screen.
Boom.
Yep. Awesome. So this is the Infinity Heroes main menu. You can see already we have Spartacus, the Rebel King here. We have Iberian, the Hammer of Dawn. And we have Candid, which is the Dark Researcher. So there's 3 characters and 3 heroes that we've chosen to play with today. So Infinity Heroes, you pick 3 heroes to play with. We can have a look over here. Click up the top right-hand corner. We've got the comic tab, which is currently need to be updated, actually. We will get that saying, obviously, going straight to the Kickstarter instead of going to the find out about the Kickstarter page. But that's coming in a future patch. Actually, Jason, can you make sure that Ruben's doing that as well, that we're linking to the Kickstarter as of the next patch coming out tonight? Yep, please. Thank you. And then we have the loadout screen over this left-hand side, which has got all the cards that are inside the Spartacus's deck in this case. And what we'll do is we'll go to the Hero Skills page. Actually, I want to just change the background, which is another thing you can do. We'll just go to something a bit nicer. There we go. Might be hard to see on your screens. So hopefully you can see that there and see all of Spartacus's cards that he has here. We can zoom in on a card. We've got Taniwa here. Whenever this attacks, move a random enemy unit to the defense zone. We have Medical Concoction. Give a unit +1/+0 and heal it up to full health. And there's a number of cards there. We have a couple of ultimate units. But let's go into the game and let's have a go against some AI. And hopefully this all goes well. We've just got this next patch coming out, so it's been it's always a tense time when we do a patch on the day. So here we are.
Especially when we're doing it live.
That's right. We're doing a live reveal.
No pressure.
Live, so close to a patch, but that's all right.
What's the expression? Screw it, we'll do it live.
That's the one. Let's
Something
do it
along those
live.
lines.
Yep, famous one. So Spartacus, he for 1 energy will be able to give a friendly unit, attacking unit, +2/+0 this turn. And we can see in our hand down the bottom, you have 4 cards in Infinity Heroes every turn. No matter how many cards you put out, you will always have 4 cards. So you always lose the leftmost card every turn. And so what I'll do is I'll move this cool-looking Demon of the Eternal Night to the left here because he costs 7, and it's going to be a while before we have 7. Right now we have 1 resource, and we get a new one per turn. So not a lot I can do on this turn. I'm just going to press end turn. And Infinity Heroes, along with all the Infinity games in the Infinity card engine, are simultaneous turn gameplay. So this is it's even quite cutting edge today, even though we brought it out back in 2011 and 2012. We're just going to keep picking Spartacus because Spartacus is the main man today. So let's keep bringing up his cards. And you can see the 3 of these cards are actually all Spartacus cards, +1 over here from Iberian, who was on the front cover, but that's not Iberian himself. That's one of his Flame Dawn Paladins. You can see that there. But
something I can quickly mention, by the way, in the actual game itself, there is a definite advantage to swapping between the heroes, but we're going to just go with Spartacus because we love him at the moment.
That's right. And in fact, that's something my partner, who was checking out the game, she loves testing it out as well, was found out today when she was playing Spartacus. She's like, he's so powerful, but he's got no way of like hurting other people directly. And I'm like, yep, that's Spartacus. He's just going to get in there and do it himself. Yeah, so you'll find that the decks do lean towards a certain direction. So it helps to pick, decks that will sort of complement each other. So in this case, I've got Spartacus and Birion. They're very similar characters, actually. They've got quite a bit of strength. But to complement both of these characters, actually, we've got Candid here, the head researcher, or the dark researcher. I don't know why she's renamed to dark. But so yes, she has an ability there too. But anyway, so Spartacus, let's have a look at dropping something out on the battlefield. We have the blue tiger, which we can see is a 3 attack and 1 health, and it costs us 2 energy to bring out. He has 2 abilities. One is aggressive, which means it's unable to block or be placed into the defense zone. And he has a farewell, which happens when the character dies, which is you heal 3 life. So this is a pretty cool way for Spartacus to stay really on that front foot, stay very aggressive. Even if he's losing characters, he's gaining life at the same time, which is really exciting. I'm going to press end turn on the second turn, and we see that this guy, Vasir, has gone and dropped a bit of damage, but we'll have a look at that and see what happened there. I'm going to keep picking Spartacus for the next few turns, as I said before. So we've seen a Vandalize, which is deal 1 damage to all combat units and heroes. Thankfully, we didn't have any combat units or heroes, because I'm going to show you the screen here now and the way that the thing works, the battlefield works. So on the left-hand side is Spartacus's side, or our side as the player, and the opponent is on the right-hand side. And there's these 3 lanes on both sides. Up the top here, on our side, we have an attacking lane, and the opposing attacking lane's down here. And then we have on the bottom, we have a defending lane, as we can see, before it hits Spartacus. We have the defensive lane, and then on the opposite side, we have their defensive lane before they get hit. And then in the middle, we have these 2 support zones, which are kind of like a safe zone. Now, when you bring a character out in the first turn, you can't move it into the attack zone. But now it's the third turn. We've just decided to put the blue tiger in the attack zone. And we have a few things we can do here. Let's see. With 3 attack. We're going to have a look in here. No, Warcry. So what these are the ultimate abilities. This is Spartacus's ultimate. You can only use 1 ultimate out of all 3 heroes per game. Sorry, 1 ultimate ability out of all 3 heroes per game, and 1 ultimate unit out of all 3 heroes per game. So in this case, we got Sun Rider, which is a 9 cost, 10/10 with flying. Bearing in mind she's only got 19 health. At the end of the turn, deal 1 damage to all enemy units, combat units, and give +1/+0 to all friendly combat units. So a very, very powerful unit there. We have 3.
Now I have to give a shout out that that card is named after my nephew. His name is Sunny Rider. And I was like, how cool would it be to call a dragon Sun Rider? So just a shout out to my nephew there. There you are in a game, buddy.
There you are, mate. We'll be playing it soon, hopefully. So we've got these 3 energy to spend. So let's see. We're going to use Spartacus's ability to give friendly attacking units +2/+0 this turn. I'm going to target the blue tiger with that. And you know what? We're going to drop it up a little bit more and give this guy an extra 1. And why not? Let's use the other one as well. I'm going to swap over these 2. We're going to use this other one and drop another medical concoction on top of him. So that hopefully will be +2, +3, +4. So all going well, which sometimes it does in Infinity Heroes, sometimes it really doesn't. It'll making him a 7/1. But what's happening in the background, or at the same time, is this character is making her turn and deciding to play her cards, put stuff out, cast her spells, and we'll see what gets casted. Because remember, a turn ago, if they play another Vandalize, for example, which was played last turn, deal 1 damage to all combat units and heroes, then this 7/1 will become a 7/0 and die straight away. So hopefully they don't play another one. Let's see. End turn. Power it up to 5. Power it up to 6. 7. And attack. There we go. 7 damage dealt. Taking a damage from their rune, and off we go again with another couple of cards to show off and check out. Something to note is you have these things called. Sorry,
Elphie, I'm just going to jump in. Adam just asked a really good question. He said, do those who back the highest level hero and villain get their character in the game? Yes, they do. So you get your yourself in the actual limited edition series, XCT Infinity, and you will also see yourself in the game that we're showcasing now. So just wanted to let Adam know that yes, you do. So sorry about
absolutely. Yeah. And so we've got these things called relics, which will give you certain powers, and they rotate all the time. So in this case, we started with an extra 5 health. That's why we're on 21. And their side, they have a relic that does 1 damage to the enemy, which is Spartacus, every turn. So his enemy, which is Spartacus. So we have 4. So we've got a couple of choices here. We could bring out 2 blue tigers, get a whole pack of tigers going. Or we can use the Lion Scutum, and that is all friendly units gain +0/+3 and immunity to kill effects. So I think in this case, we're going to take a bit of a bet and put out the 2 blue tigers.
I think someone's about to get mauled. What do you think?
Perhaps. We'll see. He's on 12 health. Let's find out. Oh. There we go. Oh, there we go. There's that extra Vandalize, which does kill off that blue tiger. But we get our life back thanks to the blue tiger healing us when it dies. So we've actually gone up to 22 now, 22 health. And there's an opponent. So we have Two-Face, which is a 4/4. Not the one from the DC Comics, unless you want it to be, by the way. Farewell. Your opponent gains control of this unit and it loses this ability. So when we kill this thing off, we'll end up catching it and getting it, which is pretty cool. Now we've got another card. So we've got Fail Clone. You can see some of that cool animation that's been done by the Lightmare animator, Caitlin Smart. And so he is a 5/2, which has got a really cool. I love this guy's ability. And it really does show that he's like a failed clone, right? At the end of every turn, it will swap its attack and its health, right? Every turn. So let's do that. Let's bring out this failed clone. And we will put an attacker in the attack zone, and we'll put we can't, because this thing's got aggressive. We can't actually put it into the defense zone. Let's see what happens here.
Here is where we start to run into some of the weaknesses that Spartacus does potentially have.
That's right.
There are no weaknesses.
I was going to say something similar. I'll say we'll challenge that actually, and I'm going to use Spartacus's ability.
The best defense is a good offense, and with tigers trying to eat your face, that's a pretty good offense. So
yeah, it is.
Agreed.
And we're going to make it even more offensive by having a +0/+2. +2/+0 given, because here we can see if Two-Face went up against the blue tiger, that 4 attack from Two-Face would definitely kill the tiger, and the 3 attack would be not quite enough to kill Two-Face off. It'd be down to 1 life. But with this +2/+0, we're going to end up boosting the tiger, and it will be able to kill Two-Face if nothing else happens. But we'll see. That rarely ever happens. Oh, he changed his mind, went into the attack. There we go. Did an ability there, made it to 7/4 at hurts, and then made it disappear. Why not?
It's also completely immune to damage, but it still died. Okay,
no, it ended up getting lifted. No, it didn't. No. That's the wrong call there, Jace. That's a card which puts it on the top of the library and makes it cost 0. So that's all right. So what we have, we're going to win this pretty easily. I think we're going to bring it home here. 6. We don't get to use any ultis, but I think it's a good amount of time on this round. So I think we're almost at 8 o'clock here. So we'll just end up finishing this person off. Let's finally use this Lion Scutum and do that, and then we're going to pop him in. Let's just make sure we survive at least by putting the failed clone into the defense zone there. And I like these. I really love these blue tigers. I'm going to bring more of these out, and then off we go. All right, back comes out that Two-Face from before. Oh, speaking of clone, I mean that's pretty amazing that that this AI ended up using. It is a clone card, right? That's the name of the art, right? Clone.
Yep.
Yep. So
Yes,
it ended up.
it is.
Yep. So that and then we have a win. There you go, 20 to -3. So the opponent, for the record there, guys, the opponent actually used a spell called clone and cloned the failed clone to make another clone over here in the support zone. So you saw that first there tonight. Cloning a clone. That didn't work out too well for him. There you go.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
That's the one. So
That
thank you so much there,
is
guys.
so cool. That is so cool. Seeing it played out like that is really cool because, you know, of course there are weaknesses. You can't stack a deck too much, but it was interesting when I first started playing that I hadn't picked the right other characters to come with me, and I was getting smashed, and I was getting really annoyed, and I was like, "Oh, come on, you know, he can't be that bad." But yeah, it was about being quite mindful, and it is quite a thought-provoking game, which I really enjoyed. And there's so many combinations with so many different characters and heroes and all that type of stuff. Like, you know, really, there's unlimited amount of play that you can play with this game, which I think is, you know, fantastic type of thing. And it's the other thing is it's different each time. Like, you know, you can play cards at different points, which makes the game play differently. You can play different cards, which makes the gameplay play differently, or you can pick different heroes, which makes it play differently, which I think is fantastic in one game, you know, type of thing. There's not that amount of change within a game, I feel sometimes. So
yeah, so that's a good point. Like, we made a trading card game, which is Infinity Wars, back in 2012, and we are doing Infinity Wars Classic and Infinity Wars 2, which are designed to be trading card games in more of the, or at least collectible card games in more of that stricter sense of the word. But this is a collectible hero game, so it's really for anybody who can play a game. If you can play a video game, then you can pick up Infinity Heroes, because it's not about, you know, mixing and matching the specific cards. You don't have to worry about like learning 700 cards to be able to pick up and play this game. All the heroes have got their pre-made decks, and it's more about which heroes are you picking to go into battle. And look, I did really well at that game because I played a lot of Infinity Wars, but even when I first started picking up Spartacus, it took me a while to get used to the character and get really good at him. But I've been doing a lot of playtesting of Spartacus over the past couple of weeks. So I'm very, very used to him now. I can play him almost blindfolded. So yeah, really, actually personally really like his playstyle. So yeah, cool character. Yeah.
So yeah, so what I'll do is I will just check back in with the Kickstarter to see how we are going. And
do we want to shout out to the hero?
Yes, so Adam was the one that actually backed the hero award. So thank you very much, Adam. We
Thanks, Adam.
super appreciate your support. It's super amazing. Sazigal has just said that she is backed, which is fantastic as well. I did see that a couple of other people had mentioned that they had backed. My mate Darren Close had just said that it also backed. So we're at $1,400, which is absolutely amazing to think that we've only been live for 1 hour. So thank you very much to everyone that has pledged so far. We are aiming for a $6,000 goal. The book is full color. It's a 24-page color comic. It's a limited series, and it will be limited in edition as well. So, and it's always nice when you leave it in the background. Now I just saw it click up again while we're doing. So, you know, we do thank everyone's support. We can't do this without you guys. So when you do pledge, if you can also share the link on social media, which is, you know, your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, you know, Twitch, all of these other platforms, that is what really helps us get this message out and everything like that. So, you know, we've been lucky at the moment with we've got some press already, so we've been lucky enough that Gamers Down Under had done a spotlight on the launch of the series and everything. So I'll chuck the link to the article in the comments and everything like that. So we're super excited with the support that we're getting, not just within the Kickstarter community, but out there from different branches as well. So we do have a packed weekend. We're going to do a US launch at 11 a.m. tomorrow, which will be 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we're super excited about that. We're doing it with the guys from Crypto Comics Marketplace, but we had to do something for our homegrown Aussies to begin with, and we do appreciate everyone that's come along to support us today and everything. So we're going to wrap up soon, so if you guys want to ask any more questions, please chuck them in the chat now. We're happy to answer any questions, whether it be about the comic or the game. If you're just tuning in now, the Kickstarter is live. We've got just the Become a Villain reward left. We've already had the hero one taken away, but that's you can become a villain in the comic and the video game, which I think is just the ultimate. I'm wearing a Darth Maul hat, so I'm like, come on, man. So if you've got any questions, please throw them in now. Jason, Elphie, did you want to say anything before we wrap this all up?
That spins me out. Yes, Jason, did you want to say anything? It's reversed.
I mean, I just want to say thanks to everybody for being a part of this. This is something we've been working on behind the scenes for, it feels like forever now, and we've finally hit the go button. We've gone live, and we're almost at a quarter of our goal after an hour. That's pretty insane. So far, the reception's been absolutely fantastic. I'm glad you guys like it so much, and I'm hoping that we can keep pushing out some amazing things over the next few months for you to really enjoy.
Yeah, awesome. And thanks a lot for that, Ash. That's a great little comment. Thank you. It's been an amazing time, and it really has been a really great experience working with Shaun and with the team. And it's just worked so well. We've been able to just come up with cool ideas and bounce off each other, and it's just been this sense of real camaraderie that I've had with you, Shaun, and it's just really been a pleasure and an honor to work together, mate, on this. And not to mention the beautiful results that we're producing, together with the comic book cover, and then animating the comic book cover. And I don't know if we've shown that off. I don't know if you can. We showed it off at the start of the trailer, but really, really cool stuff. And then obviously Jason working with a lot of the content that you've had before, and even Ben doing some really cool stuff for the XCT lore. So there's something to mention as well, is that we have got a video. We have been cutting it close, but we're going to put it up very soon. I think we're almost done. Jason's been working away at it just before he came onto the cast. We've got actually a deep dive video, which is going to go into 12 minutes. I think it's running out at the moment, worth of real deep diving into the whole thing. So we cover Spartacus in a bit more detail as to what his character does in the game. We go into the Infinity multiverse, and all it's the Infinity Omniverse, if you count being able to include any other character you want to put in the game. So the Infinity Omniverse is truly what it is. But I go in a bit of detail about that as well. And then Jason has a great rant with a great explanation, with a lot of cool animated footage over the top, showing the Infinity multiverse and its history. And then we have the incredible Ben, who's hilarious. I was cracking up at his at his little breakdown of the XCT universe. And I'm when I watched that, I mean, I've already been reading the comics and stuff prior, but I'm like, I love this universe and the characters that are in it. They've got some real depth and panache. Very cool stuff. So, and this is just the beginning, guys. Like, look at where we can take it from here. And what a beginning already, right? With that kind of backing. Thanks a lot to everyone who's backed it. Please do share it away with all your friends and family and anyone who may be interested in the thing. Let's get it out there, and let's make it great.
Yeah, and I
Whether
do
it is
need to give a
making
shout out to Ben, because he has done an amazing job. It is quite difficult when you're trying to mesh two different universes with two different laws. There's certain things that you want to keep the same but different in the universe, so that you're not breaking any universe laws or rules or all that type of stuff. So shout out to Jason and Ben, who worked together in regards to producing a story that really lives up to both universes. So
Yes.
I was hoping Ben was going to be able to make it tonight, but he does have a date night with his beautiful partner. So I hope he's having a good night with her. So, which is great. There is just a couple of questions. Shane, who runs the comics website, which showcases all comic and creators and Australian creators and everything, is just asking whether you have a Twitter account for Nightmare Studios or the game.
We do have one for the game. We have not been active on it, have we, Jace, recently? But I think it's just mainly because none of the Lightmare team are really active on Twitter. Have we been keeping that one up to date, Jace?
I think my internet's dropping out.
That's
but
okay.
while I'm still
about Twitter.
connected, we do have a Twitter account that hasn't been used in the last 3 or 4 years, but it is about to stir from its slumber with something that's going to be happening very soon. So if you do find us, I believe we're Infinity Wars TCG on Twitter. Feel free to drop us a follow. We're much more active on both Facebook and YouTube, as well as Discord if you want something that's a lot more social. We have an active development team and scene there. We're always chatting with the people, getting feedback whenever the game is broken, which happens sometimes during a beta. We get feedback whenever something's like just really overpowered. We listen to everything, enjoy chatting with the people whenever it's appropriate. So yeah, you can find those links in the stuff that we do, which you could probably find at infinityheroesgame.com. Am I correct?
Yes.
Infinity Heroes Game?
Yep. .com.
infinityheroesgame.com and really to find out about all the Infinity stuff.
I'll chuck the link.
Even better than that, you want to go to Infinity. If you want to find out about all the Infinity games, you can go to infinityengine.games. There we go. And that's another one if you don't mind popping that one up, infinityengine.games, because that actually covers all of our games. And we even have behind a subscription there, if you want to find out more about all our games, we've got a nice breakdown of what happens in Infinity Heroes and what's happening in the future for all of our games as well. We even have a little picture. I think Spartacus is on that page as well. So do we get to see the kicks? We'll see. It's a great suggestion, nerds. Appreciate that, and we'll have a chat about that. But we'll certainly
live stream. We should live stream the battle.
That we will definitely do. If we don't put it in the comic, we'll certainly be having a battle on screen in a future stream. So stay tuned for that.
I'll tell you what, I'm putting it out there, and maybe putting you on the spot.
Kickstarter at $950.
I was going to say, I'm going to put you on the spot here, but maybe if whoever backs the villain, we know Adam's already backed the hero, but how about we get the guys onto the live stream and fight against each other, which would be kind of a cool extra perk. You guys can come onto the Comics to Movies and more live stream. We can once it's all set up and ready, we will have you guys come onto the show and fight off against each other using your own heroes or villain, and then a dumb idea
off the top of my head. This might be a bad idea, so apologies if it is. What if we just get them both like D&D character sheets and role play it out live and see how that battle would go?
I've got an idea that will actually work. It's a fun idea, Jace. Maybe we'll do that as a bonus.
I don't know.
But I think what we can definitely do, what we can do is depends on when the person backs the villain. If we get them backing the villain fast enough, like if it happens soon, say within the first week or so, then we'll be able to have the time to even look at drafting up a couple of the still arts at the very least for the potentially this. I'm not saying we're committing to this right now, but if we can maybe drop the still arts for the heroes, have them become custom heroes, and they can pick their own sort of thing. And as a preliminary fight, we can have them have almost like a preliminary fight against each other for the closing of the Kickstarter. And then obviously down the line, we can have them have their actual fully decked out heroes with all their parts and stuff. So the first one can be like a training battle, and then we'll have the big showdown at the start, probably at the premiere of the next Kickstarter. So
that is an awesome idea. There you go, guys. If you want to be a villain in the series and also come onto a live stream and battle off against the hero that's already been taken, we've announced it tonight that we will do that on the closing of this Kickstarter. So get on that. There's only one of each. So the hero's already gone, so I've only got the villain. Thank you to everyone that has pledged so far. We are already at $1,446 with 16 backers. So thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Elphie, for taking the time out to do this launch. I'm super excited about this. If you guys are up tomorrow and you can make it to the US live launch for Crypto Comics Marketplace, we would love to see you guys there as well. We're going to give away some goodies on that show as well. They've produced a special T-shirt that they've decided to create and give away, which is fantastic. Which is amazing. Also, there is Elphie's been nice enough to give away a free code for people to be able to start playing the game as well. So if you tune in tomorrow, there's going to be some exciting things on that. That'll be from 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time or 7 p.m. US Pacific Time on Friday night for you guys. So thank you once again, guys. Thank you to everyone that's come up. Thank you to everyone that's watching this and watching the replay. And thank you to the people that pledge and support and get us to that $6,000. The quicker we can get to that $6,000, the more we can give to you guys. We've got some awesome stretch goals that we've got in place. So we just need to get there first, and then once we get there, we can really load you guys up with some awesome rewards. So thanks for your time again, and have a great night.
Take care.